you been feeling exhausted, unmotivated, or emotionally numb for weeks and telling yourself it's just stress? Yeah, but what if it's something more serious? Have you ever stopped and wondered, what if I'm actually depressed? Here's the thing. Major depression often hides in plain sight, and many people don't recognize it until it's already starting to affect their work, relationships, and everyday life. And yet, a lot of people still hold one very common misconception about depression. They think it's simply feeling sad after a bad day. But no, that's not quite true. We all have ups and downs. We all go through difficult periods. The difference is that depression tends to linger, quietly affecting how you think, feel, and function day after day. So, let's take a look at 10 warning signs of major depression. And make sure you stay until the end, because the final sign is the most serious one, ND. The one you should never ignore. Stay with me. Let's start with warning sign number 1. Feeling helpless and hopeless. Have you ever met someone who seems stuck in a dark cloud, no matter what happens around them? Or maybe you felt that way yourself. People experiencing major depression often struggle to see a brighter future. Even when something good happens, they may find it difficult to feel hopeful or optimistic. It's not that they don't want to feel better. It's that their emotional response becomes muted, almost as if their mind is telling them nothing will really change. Warning sign number 2. Losing interest in things you once enjoyed. This is one of the most common signs of depression. Maybe you used to love playing sports, gaming, painting, cooking, or spending time with friends. Then slowly, those activities start feeling pointless. Imagine a college student who used to look forward to meeting friends after class and playing online games at night. Over time, they stop showing up, stop replying to messages, and spend most evenings alone. When someone asks what's wrong, they simply shrug and say, "I don't know. I just don't feel like it anymore." That's because depression often reduces a person's ability to experience pleasure and joy. Warning sign number 3. Feelings of self-loathing and worthlessness. Depression has a way of turning your mind against you. Instead of noticing your strengths, you become hyper-focused on every mistake, every failure, every awkward moment you've ever had. Yeah, even small mistakes can start feeling enormous. Many people begin blaming themselves for things that weren't entirely their fault. Some even feel guilty for having depression in the first place. Over time, this creates a painful cycle of guilt, low self-esteem, and self-criticism. Now, let's talk about some signs that many people don't immediately associate with depression. Warning sign number 4. Unexplained aches and pains. Surprised? Most people think depression only affects the mind, but no, it can affect the body too. According to doctors Nancy Schimmel-Pfennig and Stephen Gans, depression can be linked to physical symptoms such as headaches, stomach pain, back pain, stiff joints, and aching muscles. These symptoms can be psychosomatic, meaning they're very real physical symptoms that are influenced by emotional and psychological distress rather than a specific physical illness. So if someone constantly complains about pain, but medical treatments don't seem to fully explain it, their mental health may deserve attention too. Warning sign number 5. Feeling tired all the time. Have you ever slept for 8 or 9 hours, and still felt exhausted? Depression can drain mental energy so heavily that even resting doesn't always help. People often describe it as carrying an invisible weight around all day. Simple tasks start feeling difficult. Getting out of bed feels harder. Concentrating takes more effort. And yes, some people may find themselves taking naps regularly and still feeling completely drained. Warning sign number 6. Memory problems and brain fog. This one can be incredibly frustrating. You walk into a room and immediately forget why you're there. You miss appointments. You lose track of conversations. You read the same sentence 3 times because your mind keeps drifting away. As depression becomes more severe, concentration and decision-making often become more difficult. Many people describe it as trying to think through a thick fog. Warning sign number 7. Changes in sleep habits. Some people struggle to fall asleep. Others wake up repeatedly throughout the night, and some sleep far more than usual. Either way, sleep patterns often change when depression is present. In fact, a University of Pennsylvania study found that participants who were limited to only 4.5 hours of sleep per night for 1 week reported feeling more stressed, angry, sad, and mentally exhausted. It's a powerful reminder that sleep and mental health are deeply connected. Warning sign number 8. Changes in appetite and weight. Have you noticed someone eating far less than usual? Or perhaps eating much more? Depression can affect appetite in both directions. Some people lose interest in food entirely. Others use food for comfort and find themselves eating more often. According to Health Guide, these changes can happen surprisingly quickly, with noticeable weight changes occurring within a month. Psychology professor Edward Abramson explained it this way: when you're depressed, it's much harder to get out of bed, let alone pay close attention to what you're eating. Warning sign number 9. Irritability and mood swings. When people think of depression, they often picture sadness, but depression can also look like anger. A person may become more impatient, more sensitive, or more easily frustrated by things that never used to bother them. For example, imagine someone working a busy office job. Lately, they've been snapping at coworkers, getting irritated in traffic, and feeling annoyed by small inconveniences. Then later that evening, they feel guilty about how they reacted. That emotional roller coaster can sometimes be a hidden sign of depression, rather than simply a bad attitude. And finally, warning sign number 10. Frequent thoughts about death. This is the most serious sign on today's list. People experiencing major depression may begin having recurring thoughts about death, hopelessness, or not wanting to exist. Sometimes these thoughts sound like, "Nobody would miss me," or "Everyone would be better off without me," or even, "I just want all of this to stop." If you or someone you know is experiencing thoughts like these, please take them seriously. Don't ignore them. Reach out to a trusted friend, family member, mental health professional, or emergency support service immediately, because depression can be treated and help is available. Now, if you've recognized several of these signs in yourself, or maybe in someone you care about, take a deep breath for a moment. Seeing yourself in this list doesn't automatically mean you have major depression, but it does mean it's worth paying attention. Because the earlier depression is recognized, the easier it often is to get support before it starts taking a bigger toll on your life. So before we end today's video, here are 3 practical, science-backed things you can do. First, don't isolate yourself. I know, when you're struggling emotionally, pulling away from people can feel easier. You cancel plans. You stop replying to messages. You tell yourself you'll reconnect when you feel better. But depression often grows in isolation. Even a simple conversation with a trusted friend, family member, or someone who genuinely listens can make a meaningful difference. You don't have to carry everything alone. Second, start paying attention to patterns. For the next couple of weeks, try keeping track of your mood, sleep, energy levels, appetite, and motivation. Nothing complicated, just a few notes each day. Sometimes the patterns become much clearer when you see them written down, rather than trying to remember them in your head. This can also be incredibly helpful if you later decide to speak with a healthcare professional. And third, know when it's time to seek professional help. If these symptoms have been lasting for more than a couple of weeks, are interfering with work, school, relationships, or daily responsibilities, it's important to talk with a qualified mental health professional or healthcare provider. And yes, if thoughts about death, self-harm, or suicide are present, don't wait. Reach out for professional help immediately. Remember, depression is not a personal failure. It's not laziness. It's not weakness. And it's certainly not something you should feel ashamed of. It's a condition that many people experience, and one that can be treated with the right support. Now, here's something interesting. Many people watch videos like this and realize they relate to several warning signs, but they still aren't sure how serious their symptoms actually are. So in our next video, we're going to do something a little different. We'll walk through a short depression self-assessment that can help you better understand whether what you're experiencing may be mild, moderate, or potentially more serious. It's not a diagnosis, of course, but it can be a useful first step toward understanding what's really going on. So, if today's video felt a little too familiar, you won't want to miss that one. And if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to PsychPrac and sharing it with someone who might need it. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.